Hey there, Aries. Welcome back. I'm going to just do an energy read, see what's going on around you right now. I know it's late, but okay. Let's get into this. The Five of Blades. Let's see what's going on around you. So, Aries, you might be trying to avoid conflict with somebody, or somebody might be trying to avoid conflict with you. The Devil is coming out. So, let's see what else is coming out. We have the World card, Justice in reverse. So what I'm hearing is you do have somebody that's around you that, well, you know what? Let me verify this really quickly. Tell me more about the Five of Blades, Spirit, please and thank you. Aries, I want you to know you're coming out in this reading as the Devil. So you might have Capricorn in your chart. You have the Knight of Cups. Aries, it does look like you have somebody that is acting out because they're jealous. Yes, they're jealous. Let's find out. So if you've been having a conflict with somebody, that's about to end. It's going to be over. There is going to be some kind of reconciliation. This person wants to push something forward. They would like to have, move something in the right direction. So there is an ending and a new beginning starting here. But we still have the Justice card in reverse coming out. So Six of Swords in reverse. Three of Cups. I'm hearing that you have somebody around you who keeps running away from their problems. Yes. But this person definitely wants to reconnect with you. Oh, goodness. They really want to reconnect with you. It looks like this person has been hurt about something. Okay? They've been hurting, and let's see what else comes out. They've been hurting. They want to reconnect with you. They've been hurting. It could be financial, or it could be in a relationship. Doesn't have to be with you. It could be with anybody. Spirit gives a clear, concise message here for Aries. Yeah, they want to reconnect, but they see this as a celebration, something to be celebrated, okay? They see it as the two of you coming back together. It's like getting the whole team back together, to give me that energy, like getting the gang back together, or putting the gang back together, okay? Be careful with any addictions you have at this time, Aries, because it could be something that's going to end up, well, with the Fool in reverse, it could be something that's going to end up harming you. So don't, you might want to keep an eye on doing anything in excess, okay? I'm seeing some kind of miscommunication, and I'm seeing somebody that is definitely trying to figure things out. I see this person as definitely going into that hermit mode, isolating themselves, trying to get a different, trying to figure things out, see things from a distance, that kind of energy. I think there's a misunderstanding here, because that's the energy I'm getting from this, a misunderstanding. So it's more like somebody said something, okay, and you took it wrong. I'm sorry, Aries, but you took it wrong, and it might have been something that this person said that it could have been like really, like really cutthroat, or really, below the belt kind of thing, like, you know, to the point where you're like, okay, you know what? If I stay around this person, there's going to be trouble. I better go ahead and just get away from this person. I mean, to the point where you just needed to just get away from that person. I see you taking action. Again, I'm getting this energy of a misunderstanding here with the Seven of Swords energy. A misunderstanding between you and another person. Could be a Pisces, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Heavy on Aquarius. And Libra as well. Yeah, somebody is not happy. They just don't feel content. They don't feel at ease about a situation. There seems to be this idea that if the two of you don't stick together, there's gonna be trouble. Yeah, I don't know why that is, but that's what I'm getting. Like if y'all don't stick together, if they don't stick with you or you don't stick with them, there's going to be trouble, there's going to be problems. So, hmm, okay. This could be like a codependent kind of relationship. Maybe with a Sagittarius. hmm It's like this person feels like the only way to keep peace is peace in their life or calmness in their life, harmony in their life. They need to stay with you, stick with you, hang out with you. You are the neutralizer in this person's life. You are the person that keeps this person grounded. That's what I'm hearing. You keep this person grounded. Okay. So what's surprising is the whole jealousy issue. And look, we have the Page of Swords coming out in reverse again, twice. Wow. Okay. So again, there's something going on here where somebody's plans are not working, or somebody's plans are not coming through. Something's going on, and this could be about finances, or this person could be trying to research something. The Knight of Wands in reverse. They could be trying to research something that somebody said about you, or somebody gave them the impression of, like you being extra flirty, um, like you being very. I don't want to say promiscuous. It's not really promiscuous. It's more of a you being reckless and flirting a lot and giving me that kind of energy, like flirting a lot. Hmm. Yeah. I'm also hearing that this person doesn't have direction in their life. Even though I see them as trying to take control, they are trying to take control, but they don't have direction. What I'm hearing, Aries, is that when you are not around this person, they don't have direction. They need you in order to give them direction in their life. They need you to keep them focused because without you, their energy becomes scattered and then nothing really gets done. This person could have a criminal history, possibly because of them being impulsive, possibly because of them being reckless. Okay, maybe doing something reckless with a vehicle, a motorcycle, something like that. This person could ride a motorcycle. I don't know why I'm getting the name Craig or Carl or something like that. And they might ride a motorcycle and they've done something reckless with that motorcycle. Possibly have had some problems with the law because of the motorcycle. Eight of Cups coming out in reverse. Um, something like that. And this person gets jealous. They get jealous when other people pay attention to you, or they feel like you are being too friendly. This thing about you being flirty, I think is more of just you being friendly, and they're taking it like, oh, Aries is a big flirt, that kind of thing. No, I think you just really enjoy mingling, and you just are naturally an outgoing kind of person. You like talking to different people. That's it. But this person has an insecurity inside of them, so they do get jealous of that. Yes. And I think that is the biggest thing here is where you might feel like you're always trying to avoid conflicts with this person. Like, just trying to avoid it at all costs. Um, but I am seeing a reconciliation, but be careful because I do see this energy of somebody some kind of misunderstanding. And more likely it's because of something that somebody said. Okay? I think this is a warning, okay? Because I do feel like somebody's gonna get their feelings hurt here. Yeah, somebody's gonna lose their temper. That's what I'm getting. So the whole thing about I just want to say this really quickly. The whole thing about codependent or being in a codependent relationship. I know that I'm just gonna say it, but I know that we have this social opinion that it's a negative thing, right? Like we look at it as a society, especially here in the United States, as this negative thing because we are trained or been taught that it's negative. But the thing is that relationships are like this. The dynamics of they say, I know that therapists say, hey, to have a healthy relationship, each party needs to be able to stand on their own and not be dependent on the other party. Well, in an ideal world where we don't have physical needs and emotional needs, okay, that would make sense. But we're human and we have needs and we have emotions. Like this person gets jealous, you know, it's just really part of the relationship, and that's the thing I think people need to sit back and look at, like for instance, I met somebody who, so, he still lives at home with his mom, and he was telling me that people look down on him because of that, and I'm like, why? That doesn't make sense. It's his mother. You know what I mean? Who? I mean, I don't know. I forgot how old he was, but I think he was like 35 or 40. And he told me that people look down on him because of that. And I'm like, I don't understand why. I really don't. And people are like, oh, you're codependent or something like that. And, when you're in a relationship, you lean on the other party. You know what I mean? There's a need that's being met. Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I am getting here that somebody's feelings are going to get hurt. Aries, I do feel like you need to be careful with the way that you say things. Okay, so you could be very blunt sometimes, even though you don't mean to. And also there is an issue where somebody is seeing things very one-sided, and I feel like it's your person who is seeing things one-sided, They're just seeing their side of everything. They're not seeing your side. Like for instance, this is your nature, This is just who you are as a person. You're not like going out of your way to flirt. No, you're just naturally a very inclusive person. You like to include everybody in the conversation. More likely, you go to the grocery store, you start talking to people, and you'll include, like, you'll be very open to having everybody in the line talking, that kind of thing. Like you'll pull people into the conversation in some kind of way. Yeah, I think that is part of your energy where you attract people. That's what I'm getting. So what I'm seeing here is that this person that you're dealing with is avoiding a decision. Okay, it's something that they're doing consciously. They don't want to make a decision. Maybe they've been trying to avoid a decision. It might have something to do with the house, moving, um, a family, or this could be something about a celebration, maybe like for the holidays, because holidays are coming up. So, but it seems like this person keeps making the wrong decision. So because they keep making the wrong decisions, now they're afraid to make a decision. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not very good at this. Maybe I should just let Aries lead the way here because, that's the energy I'm getting from this person. Thinking like, I'm not so good at this. Maybe I should just let, Aries take over and that's it. Let's just let this be as it is, right? Um, because I see this person as possibly being somebody who has a problem or difficulty making plans. And then it's not just making the plans, but it's following through with the plans. Because, I mean, you can make plans all day, but if you don't do anything about it and you don't get up and do it, I mean, what's the point, right? And I think that's part of one of the problems between you and this person is because this person is afraid. I think they've become kind of, I want to say, used to or accustomed to you making the big decisions because it means that you're going to take the responsibility if those things don't work out. You get what I'm saying? So if they don't have to make any decisions, then they don't have to take any responsibility and the finger doesn't get pointed at them, right? That kind of thing. This person does have a fear of change. I think that's why they're having jealousy issues because it's part of that insecurity, like, you know what I mean? So, and if they see you flirting with somebody, or they think you're flirting with somebody, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, there could be a change, or another person coming into the relationship, or becoming part of y'all's group, or, you know what I mean? Changes. I think this person has a lot of problems with changes, okay? There might be a need to really sit down and have a very clear conversation, because between the two of you, Aries, I'm seeing here that y'all might be having problems with communication. I mean, it's coming out twice. Page of Swords in reverse twice. And then we do have the Seven of Swords. I feel like this is a misunderstanding because of miscommunication. Somebody here might have ADHD, or might have problems staying focused. I think it's your person, actually. Maybe they have a problem staying focused. They can't stay on one topic. Maybe they have ADHD. They could possibly have what's it called? When they write the letters backwards, dyslexia. They might have dyslexia. That might be confirmation. I'm hearing the name Carl. I don't know why, and it's making me think of cheeseburgers. I'm sorry. I'm also hearing the name Clay. It's a C name, that's for sure. Maybe Chris or something like that. Okay, it's a C name. I'm hearing a C name. That might be confirmation for somebody here. I'm hearing that this person is purposely being silent about something. They're not bringing it up. Maybe they just don't want to deal with it, or maybe they're having problems staying focused long enough to to be able to address an issue. It's not funny, but it is what it is, right? The thing is that the two of you are heading toward a crisis. Now, guys, this does not have to be a romantic relationship. This could be a relationship that you're having with your child, your grandchild, whoever, right? A friend. That's what's going on here. There is a crisis that is coming in the near future, okay? And it's going to be because of this, because of, well, for one, it could be because of finances. Two, it could be because of somebody not seeing something coming, or somebody not planning. Again, it's coming back to that planning. The lack of planning, right? Okay, so with this crisis coming, it might be a good time to take a break from each other. You know, get some space between y'all for a little while. Clear your head. A lot of times when you distance yourself from a situation, it makes things more clear. You can see what you did wrong, what they did wrong, and who said what. It takes time to process these things. Um, but one of you definitely needs to stay focused. Okay, I'm not seeing a breakup per se, okay? But there is issues in this relationship that does need to be addressed, especially this whole thing about things being one-sided, because that is bringing on a huge imbalance between the two of you, and it's causing, well, I wouldn't say it's the whole cause, but it's part of the cause of this big misunderstanding that keeps happening between the two of you, and the reason why this person feels so insecure, okay? Even children get this way with their parents, right? Like my son, he used to get really jealous of anybody that would come around me, especially another male. And this is when he was real little. But there is a fear factor. Okay, the whole thing about the insecurity and jealousy is because there's fear. You see what I'm saying? And with you coming out as the devil, I do feel like this person has made you mad more times than you would like to count. I think, yeah, there's, you get, I don't want to say like crazy mad, no, but there's things that really upset you, and you're like, okay, this is getting out of hand, you need to get yourself together, that kind of energy. Or maybe this person makes you feel like a mental overload with this energy, right? Like this person just like mentally pushes you to the point where you're just, it's too much. And you have to self protect. You gotta like go inside of yourself and And protect yourself, protect your zone, protect your zen, that kind of thing. With the devil card, I feel like you might have done this before and you're going to have to do it again, taking a step back. Okay? It's a process. Take 2 steps back so you can move forward 3 steps. Take 2 steps back so you can move forward 3 steps with this person, right? In this relationship. I do feel like this person is somebody who is significant in your life. I feel like this is somebody that, for you is definitely worth all the trouble, obviously, because they're still around. You might live with this person. We do have the Four of Wands coming out twice in this reading, so you very well could be living with this person. You could be, I'm sorry, it came out once. My bad. It came out once. But this is definitely somebody who you have a deep connection with. It's not somebody that you could, it's not a friend, like an acquaintance. No, this is somebody who you deal with on a daily basis, you know. So this is definitely somebody who's important to you. Hmm. Somebody might be suffering some kind of depression. That might be another reason, something going on here. Somebody might be going through financial problems. That's another thing I'm seeing here. Somebody could be very well like secluding themselves too much, okay? Going from one extreme to the other, that kind of energy, like being extremely secluded, which is not good for your mental health, okay? Yeah. Somebody is trying to be overly cautious with this full energy in reverse, like overly cautious, to the point where it's harming the relationship. Okay, something about that's going on. Mm. Okay, guys, this is what I got. Somebody here might have red hair for some reason. Red hair is like, or brownish red hair is sticking out to me in this reading. Um, a name with the C is also sticking out to me, and it's making me want to eat cheeseburgers. And Carl Jr., Carl Jr. Catch me in the next one, Aries. Thank you for being here. Catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I hope this helps. Um, Clear communication is needed. You might even want to get a third party involved. Just a thought. Somebody who is mutual between the two of you to sit down and talk and be open and kind of like have an intervention, I guess you would say. But when you say intervention, it means like somebody has some kind of addictions. It might have something to do with this, okay? And that's what I'm hearing. But y'all take care, guys. Catch me in the next one. Bye bye.